Hey, yo, this is your girl, Melanin Audacity, and thank you for tuning in to the Master Elements Podcast.
Smash the elements. 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 Smash the elements.
So back to well, I have one thing, but we could go into the Michael Jordan. I did see the article. I was like, wow, $100 million, really?
Yeah, but what is it for? What is it for?
Exactly.
I think it is in support of some organizations. I remember it listing them. I could try to find that article too, while you guys talk more about it.
I thought it was for like black organizations in terms of supporting us going through this.
I ain't see. I seen that in the headlines. I didn't see that in the article.
Okay. Because everybody was like, "Ooh, he finally did something for the black community."
I mean, he said something.
He's a crack a love anyway, so he can go ahead on with his $1 million. He didn't crossed over a long time ago, so
yeah.
So really, what is he doing?
Okay, I found one. Michael Jordan donating $100 million to fighting for racial. I'm waiting for the story to load. Racial equality, and this was on June 5th with the Variety magazine. Waiting for the story to load. No thanks, I don't want to subscribe. Thank you. Let's see. He is committed to donating $100 million over the next 10 years. Really, nigga?
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
You got 100.
See what I'm saying?
Today. I'm done.
Oh, I'm done.
You need to read that article.
Over the next 10 years.
LeBron James, all right?
No. LJ.
Shout out to LeBron.
I don't even want to read no more of this. Over the next 10 years to organizations dedicated to ensuring racial equality, social justice, and greater access to education. That pissed me off.
Did you say $10 million or $1 million?
$100 million now. Why you gotta divvy it out? You
Right.
get $100 million again in 10 years off the interest you making off your money. You get, come on. Really
Look. He makes $500 million annually from the sneakers sales that we spend on those sneakers every year. He's making $500 million.
It ain't none of my money because I don't buy them. I never had a so I guess I'm not contributing to that out of this goddamn mind.
That is a shame, yo.
That's embarrassing and humiliating.
That's a shame.
I always said, why couldn't Oprah, Jordan, all these rich, everybody want to be so rich and like the white man. Why couldn't they get together and start their own network, what she did, their own basketball association, their own football league? Why can't they do those things? They got the money. They got the players. They can get the players.
Because my thing is, it's only going to be a tax write-off anyway.
Why they can't do it? Why can't they? We're calling y'all out. Somebody who know them or know somebody that know them, you make sure you tag them in this and let them know I'm calling them all out. I don't understand it. What's the problem? Because we still got that house and field nigga mentality even within our wealthy community that they can't get together to do something right for everybody. Somebody got to be over.
They're not allowed. They're not allowed.
What you mean? Where is it?
Come on, Sid. Come on, Sid. He got the money. You got the money, but you're not allowed to use it to help black people. You're not allowed.
Who tried it and failed?
Huh?
None.
Who tried it and failed? Who tried it?
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm telling you about what they can't do. Who tried it?
This real money that we talking about is new. It ain't like they've been giving black people this kind of money for a long time.
Dear Lord Jesus, the next
people,
time they have like a
millionaires,
$500 million Powerball, please let me win.
I mean, but look, LeBron started that school. LeBron been hiring all these black brothers. He created his own independent sports agency with his brothers that he brought up. So he's doing it. He's making moves. You know what I'm saying? He's doing it. He's putting his bread up.
Why they can't do it?
I don't understand. Like, what is it?
Oh, let me give a round of applause to Colin Kaepernick. That's my topic.
Yep. Respect.
Shout out to
NFL.
When you
NFL apologize.
That's right. First of all, I supported you. I was actually embarrassed that it took an interracial person, going back to what I was talking about being a black American.
Yeah, you trying to kick him out the whip. You trying to kick Cap out the whip.
Yes, I'm kicking him into his own lane. That's all. But listen, he still falls under the overarching name that is to be determined, right?
And he was
Just
adopted
like
by white people too.
I'm sorry.
I said, and he was adopted. I said, and he not only is he mixed, he was adopted by white people.
It took him to bring awareness, lose his job, and risk his livelihood, and then the brothers didn't. That it angered me. You mean to tell me you niggas who ain't come for nothing, you made a little money, you got more than if you budget right. You
were afraid.
They was afraid to lose the money, the fame. That's it. We got to get over that mentality. I done made it. I got more money than That's why niggas is hiding in the bushes on y'all asses when you're getting home and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you not giving back where you came from, they gonna find out where you at and be in the bushes. You can't escape it. But the fact that they can't get together with all this money, they love to holler about who worth what and I'm worth this and this and this and that. But y'all can't get together to make a difference y'all goddamn self. We shouldn't even be protesting because y'all got it. Who gonna have us if we ain't gonna have us? That's my problem with the whole thing. Then you got a man who is biracial, who took a knee for your black ass, and you couldn't even back him the fuck up?
Right.
That whole Jay-Z thing?
Even done. And then, let me tell you something, NBA players, y'all too. Just because he was in football, y'all niggas needed to be kneeling too. That shit bugged me out too. Like, wait a goddamn minute. So the Star Spangled Banner that they sing at the football game ain't the same goddamn Star Spangled Banner they sing at the basketball game? Hello? Or is this sung in a different language that I don't understand or whatever? Because I don't get that neither. And just because it was football, it was for your black asses too that's running up and down the court being slave owned by your owners. The owner. Nigga, you don't own me, motherfucker. Excuse me. I'm sorry. But you know, the owners of the team.
You're messing up my
I hate that too. The owners.
You messing up my endorsement.
Y'all gotta be careful with the words y'all pick too. I mean, you own the team. So when you go to work, does your boss own you? The owner of the company owns you? Or do you just go to work?
No, he owns me.
We all work for somebody who owns an organization, whether it's a collective committee or a single person. Somebody owns the corporation you work for. So do they own? I don't say, oh, look, you know, my owner got on me today because I came in late. No. You could be the boss or the manager or whoever, but man, come on now.
$40 million slaves.
$40 million slaves, and however many. Yes, sir, boss. What? Jump, run, high up, what? Oh hell no! I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like that shucking and jiving shit. That y'all, I don't get it. I get you came for nothing and you made it, but you have an obligation and a responsibility to pay back your communities or to our race, period. They have such influence, but instead of uplifting people and helping and doing things like LeBron does and kick his back in, you need to follow his lead.
Yeah.
You need to follow his lead and stop kicking his back in or do something. But they want to have the baddest baddie, or you understand, but they promote everything that's breaking us down. I don't understand it. I don't.
I agree,
and anybody
man,
know anybody that know anybody, tell them, look, we take guest speakers. Listen, I love to get somebody like that on here to ask them, what happened, bro? If we not gonna jump them or nothing, but I'm gonna be like, what happened? How much money did you kick back to the community? What did you do? But you gonna go spend $40 million on some nonsense, a watch or some craziness. And don't let me get started on Mayweather. Don't let me get started on him. His wasteful spending. You bragging. I just heard somebody tell me that his watch is $4 million.
I think it was like 18 million or something like that. Yeah, it was like
that's even worse.
A crazy amount.
Who got that $18 million though?
Crazy amount.
Who got it? A Pakistani or somebody?
Yeah.
Nobody black.
Why did you have to have an $18 million watch?
Or Chin the jeweler. I mean.
Well, Mayweather's all about excess. He's always about being flamboyant.
If his watch costs $100,000, that's excess.
He's
always. What's real talk? We really not really used to nothing. So when we do get something, all we know to do is to splurge. That's just, buy the biggest fucking house, excuse my French, have 20 cars in the driveway, you can only drive one. Have all this bling for what? I don't get it.
So they can show the other niggas what they got, what they ain't got. Because white people don't do that. White people, you got some flashy white
people. No, they make investments in the stock market, okay?
Thank you. They just trying to show the rest of us what we ain't got. That's it.
They don't have that type of insecurity.
Right.
That's nuts. So Valerie, that's all I had was the one thing with. Of course, we got mad topics. We could go for 5 hours, but
what was your topic?
The Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, okay.
Colin Kaepernick. So we have about 15 minutes or so before we have to close out. Ron, you didn't have anything today. You want to talk about something?
I wanted to talk about where you went with Colin, because now the NFL and everybody's apologizing to him. The commissioner, Roger Goodell, he issued an apology to Colin Kaepernick. The teams are saying that they did blackball him, and they're apologizing for that now. So my question is, okay, where's Jay-Z at? And are they going to offer this man his job back?
I wonder, Jay-Z must be feeling real dumb. You gonna go get in the bed with the devil.
See that shit?
9 times out of 10, that's how it goes anyway. Real talk. That's how it goes.
Now everybody's apologizing to this man, and he's continuing to he's doing the work. He has the outreach programs in the community. He feeds the homeless. He helps the children with understanding the legal aspect on how to defend themselves against the police.
He's half black.
Yeah, think about it.
Making us look stupid as hell. To me.
So I'm wondering, are they going to is the NFL going to use this as a way to make money for them? You see what I'm saying? Because it's like, ratings are down and all the stuff that's going on. If we bring him back to the league, now, like Sincere said earlier, we can attach the Black Lives Matter thing on that to get people to watch the games again.
Yeah, they could have did that a long time ago. That been a power move that was on the table for them for a minute.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because they ratings been dropping the last few seasons ever since all of that happened. If they would
Yeah,
have,
it's hard to support it,
Mhm.
and which I didn't. After that, I mean, I wasn't a big football fan, but I would watch
yeah,
some
I
games.
don't really watch it.
I just totally just didn't care about even. And then when I heard the Cowboys coach was talking reckless or did something reckless about it, or I was a quasi Cowboys fan until then. Now I'm not, and I was angry that the African American or Black Americans, Caribbean American, whoever they fall under that's on that team, remained on that team. Because sometimes you got to stand for something or fall for anything. And even if it meant you losing a check, you should have had enough money in the bank to start another business or try to go to another team. Leave them with no one else there to play but whoever, non-blacks.
I mean, when you look at football, man, it's like a coon breeding farm, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how they do it, but they find the right guys that they know is not going to buck the system whatsoever. Especially particularly in football and the NFL and all that, they find the guys that they know is not going to buck the system whatsoever.
And that's sad, and that's sad too. Somebody got to have some balls. Them cups they be wearing look real generous in the front. So something's in there. Something in there. They gotta use it. They gotta use it. If they wearing a cup, they protecting something. You got some balls, you need to use it. That's all.
But you understand though, a lot of these dudes, man, they grew up with no dad, and their father figure was some white coach. You know what I'm saying? So they got like a white daddy complex where, this man saved my life. If it wasn't for this white man, I'll probably still be in the hood or whatever the case may be. And so, it's deep, man.
And leave them white girls alone.
Oh, boy, let me not get started with that one, okay? That one takes me somewhere else. So, yeah, we need to change the subject.
That's real though. That's real because
it's not just them. It's a black man. Period. As soon as they get a little status, okay, they could be broke down ever. They be looking for a sister. Help me come up. Help me do this. Help me do that. But as soon as they get good, they don't even think about a sister. Turn the other cheek like they never even saw. It's a very common situation in life in America with black men. It's very sad.
They're taking raggedy white women too. When it comes to black women, they got all these standards.
Any kind of. It don't matter what she look like, as long as her skin is not black.
Word up.
It's crazy.
That's very sad.
I went to Facebook real quick, and I see that the Senate unanimously passes a bill making lynching a federal crime.
Well, they did that a couple of years ago when the whole Jesse Smollett thing went down. A lot of people suspect that's what that hoax was really all about. Because remember, when Jesse Smollett made that false report about getting attacked by white supremacists and all that stuff. And when the police showed up, he still had the noose around his neck and all that crazy shit. It was like right after that, Kamala Harris and Cory Booker was pushing that bill real hard, and they got it passed through around that time, and they was all celebrating. This is supposed to be a big deal about getting this bill passed, and all these lynchings have been taking place, but we ain't seen nobody pull the damn bill out to do something about it.
I need to ask a question.
Okay. But I think that was 2018. The article is actually 2018.
What is the definition of lynching?
Okay, we
explain to me what that is, and then I'll try to understand the bill that's passed. What does it mean?
Lynching is really supposed to be a public killing when you get killed as a public display, and it's supposed to go unpunished, with impunity. They're supposed to be able to do it with impunity. So a lot of people associate it with hanging, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a hanging. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't even necessarily have to be a murder. You know, sometimes when you see somebody get railroaded through the injustice system, that's a form of lynching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you take some innocent man and lock them up for years and years out of their life, and you have this long drawn out trial sometimes on television and stuff like that. That could be looked at as a form of lynching. So it's just the destruction of an innocent person that goes unpunished and is put on public display.
Yeah, this article says, and I think this was a quote from Cory Booker, a lynching is a bias-motivated act of terror.
Yeah. I could dig that.
I mean, so this goes on every day. This has been going on every day for the past umpteen years. So, okay, so you said a law has been passed.
Yeah.
Who's paying attention? Who's making the laws? Who's making it so that the people who are committing the crimes are being punished for those lynchings? Who's? Oh, okay.
That's my point. That's my point. Nobody's enforcing it.
Law has to be enforced, right?
Okay, and but at least they took action, right, to make it a federal crime. So, yes, it took a long time, but I think we need to accept the actions, however slow coming they are, that they're doing something that we're asking for. But what about Candis Owens? You go. I just learned about this woman this week.
I really don't want.
Who is she? I don't know.
All right,
She's a Trump supporter. She's an Uncle Tom. She's an Aunt Megan.
She's nobody.
Oh, she looked like you. She looked like you, and she's a Trump supporter. Is that what you're saying?
She dogs us.
She's not a Black American. She's I think a second generation immigrant from the Caribbean or something like that. She got a white husband, but the people that prop her up are white supremacists, people like Charlie Kirk, and that's the people that we need to be paying attention to. I don't pay attention to too much to Candis Owens, but look at the people, the white people, the prominent white people that you see retweeting her and co-signing the shit that she be saying. Those are the people that we need to pay attention to. You know what I mean? The politicians and different people that's in positions of power that we see co-signing her bullshit. Those are the ones we need to pay attention to, because she's nobody. She's just a mouthpiece for white people to be able to basically use her as a puppet to speak through.
Trump just invited her to the White House.
Disinvited her? And I see she lost her GoFundMe account. They suspended her too.
Yeah. It's a lot to unpack with her, and this is a good closing for us because she encompasses damn near everything we was talking about tonight. As far as the immigrants using the black agenda for her own to bait and switch, if she's an immigrant, right? And then she falls under the I guess house nigga, field nigga mentality with regard to
self-hating.
Yes. And anytime you say anything disrespectful towards your own race, you have a mental problem. There's something wrong with her in her head. And then sometimes some of us want to assimilate, which means be like white people so bad that we'll go and kick our own brothers back in to be in their good graces. And that happens in the workforce a lot, where you got somebody brown nose into the boss. And the same thing is happening with her. She's brown nosing. Trump is saying, oh, African Americans support me. See, this is why we need our classification. No, Caribbean, that Caribbean American girl is
point that out.
Don't say no Black or African Americans. That's another reason why. Let's get it all straightened out.
Need to point that out. That's a fact.
Yeah. We know Black Americans supporting you for nothing, because you sound like you trying to turn things around from the little bit of progress we made, and you're trying to revert back to having us check in with our hoe in our motherfucking what's that sack called? That dusty ass sack with all that dust on burlap. The burlap sack to report to the field at a certain, on July 4th out this mug. You know what I'm saying? So no, we cannot allow our own people to then turn, kick our backs in without putting them on Front Street and holding them to the fire even more so than a racist white person, because
Absolutely.
you are hurting our agenda.
Absolutely, we gotta
for your own personal gain, and you still a nigga to them too. I bet you she in her neighborhood, she getting harassed. Somebody's harassing her.
Please, that husband or boyfriend or whatever he is, he's probably calling all types of nigga bitches in the bedroom and all.
I bet you he do.
Trust me, when Trump and the Republicans are done with her, they're gonna treat her like Amber-Rosa.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Bye. You mean Amber-Rosa?
Yeah.
Bye.
Get on to the
Bye.
White supremacy always breaks its tools. Always breaks its tools.
So I need to ask a question because I haven't been watching the news lately. Have they
good
brought those police officers up on murder one? Are they going to allow them to be lynched as well? Because there's a law passed to say that lynching is against the law, right? And that whole process was a lynching. So have we heard what's going on with these police officers right yet?
So the answer is no. No, they bumped it up to a murder 2 for the main cop, the main race soldier, and then the other guys, I think they got murder 3 and manslaughter, or accessory to manslaughter, or something like that. Some lesser charges they got. But nobody's bringing up that bill that you're talking about, that lynching bill. Nobody's bringing that up as a tool to be used.
Do they even know about it? Does anybody know about it, that it exists? I mean,
they were the ones that was bragging about it.
The lawyers who's prosecuting this case. I mean, the defense attorneys, like none of these people are not aware of the law. I mean,
Benjamin Kruk, Lee Merritt, of course, they're aware of the law. They're the ones that was standing behind the people that was pushing this law. The Democrats was the ones that was pushing this law when that whole Jesse Smollett thing went down. So Cory Booker, Kamala Harris, they were the main champions. And these people like Benjamin Crump, like the lawyers in the case and all that stuff, they're all clicked in with those Democrats. So they know about it. They know what time it was. But it wasn't about protecting Black people. This was something that they was trying to implement in order to include LGBT people in with civil rights. And I keep going back to this. I keep going back to this.
Yeah.
So the other day I saw on the news where there was a white protester that was trampled over by the police, knocked down. He's like 70 plus years old. He's a white man.
I was going to talk about that.
And so he now actually has a lawsuit going on against this police.
His head was bleeding. They left him.
Okay, so my point is, it's a white man now something is done to. How many protesters Black have been stomped on, trampled on, been shot with pepper mace spray, whatever it is, right? And it's nothing. But then here is a 75-year-old man who was trampled over by the police, and now it's big now. It's a big situation.
That video went viral. And what happened was the officer that trampled over him, he got fired immediately. And after that, 57 of the officers from that emergency response unit, they all resigned in support of that one officer that got fired. 57 of them, they all quit. They said, if we're not allowed to abuse folks out here, then we quit.
Wow.
Straight up. And so
I got on here for that.
That's kind of you can look at that a couple of ways. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are saying, yeah, fuck it, let them quit, get them out of here. We don't need them. You know, if those are the type of people that's on there, let them quit, get them out of here. But if we start seeing that as a trend all around the country, just like we were talking about earlier with defunding the police and all that, when you start seeing these officers getting punished for abusing people, and then other officers following behind them quitting, we have to be careful because then they could start
banding up with the next police force where they can brutalize people whenever.
They start deputizing these groups. You see these white supremacist groups all around the country with their guns and all that, going up in these government buildings and all that. They can deputize those people to police the community. You know what I'm saying? If they're short on police, because all of these police are quitting their jobs and all of that stuff. So, you know, we got to be careful out here, man. We got to, you know, figure out ways to be in a position to protect ourselves.
I didn't think of it that way, but they've been doing that for the longest time as well. Like I never understood why the Klan was able to continue to operate when they was so hell bent on dismantling the Black Panthers or any type of black militia, if you will, style organization that was here to support us and protect us. Dismantle, but the Klan has transcended all this time and they never were dismantled. So that speaks volumes for the government and all the powers that be to support these people because they part of the team. They down with them. They've always been down with them. But the only thing I thought about today was, I'm like, well, they got a mole down there in Missouri because somebody turned that tape in on the Arbery killing. Somebody turned it in.
Well, it was that lawyer. Remember, we talked about that lawyer is the one that put it out. But
how did he get it? I mean, somebody had to.
They were down there. They were
a
passing
they
the
say,
tape around.
right?
The guy,
You remember how they was passing the tape around on Menace to Society?
Yeah.
That's what the hell they was doing out there. They was passing that tape around,
yeah,
watching it.
And that's what I mean.
Off.
Somebody was the mole within the Klan or in that Klan sect was and told on them or sent it in or however it went. And thank God for them.
Well, no. Remember, the lawyer guy is the one that put it out on the internet when everything started getting blown up. He released the tape because, like I said on the other show, as a lawyer, he understands that if this thing gets out of control, he could be implicated and charged as well if they find out he was in possession of this tape and he never put it out, he never cooperated or anything like that. So he really did it to try to save his ass.
Okay.
Also, in his statement, he said that he was trying to help his friend and that he thought that if people saw the tape, that would exonerate his friend from any charge.
You're right. Now that you say it, I remember you saying that. Yes, you did.
Yeah, but that right there, that whole thing was crazy because they had the whole black militia went down there to see him. And I don't know if y'all know, we have a new militant black group called the Black Militia.
Yeah.
And these brothers are ex-military, they're trained, and 3,000 of them showed up down there. They went to the door, they went to the houses of all the men that were involved in the killing. And they went there guns, and they also protected Aubrey's mother and father. They had some recognition, some sort of a service gathering, unity service gathering there. They are an organization right now. The leader of that black militia, he's saying they're 25,000 deep now, and they're looking for more of our people to join in, to be a part of them.
And we need chapters in all of our communities. So I'm for that.
But I haven't seen them at any of these protests.
I'm definitely gonna know.
Yeah, I haven't seen them at the protest either. What was that, Valerie?
Oh, I would definitely like more information in regards to the militia.
Okay.
I would like to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look tight. They look tight.
Yeah.
They look tight.
But I remember you talking about them on another show. I think we lost that footage though, because I looked it up. You said they escorted a senator or a mayor or something to.
That was in Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was during that whole coronavirus thing.
Okay. where they escorted or was her like bodyguards to work or to somewhere or some event or something she was going to. So that I guess that's going to be our last story for tonight. This was a great show. We covered a lot of topics, and thanks to our wonderful guest this week, Ms. Valerie Rudolph. Everybody give her a shout out.
Thanks for joining us.
For the conversation.
Yes.
We really enjoyed your company. But that's it for us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Anybody else want to join in? Again, our Melanin Audacity across all platforms. Our Master Elements podcast email address is going to be in the description box. You can email us. If you're interested in joining in, we record on Sundays at 9. Right now, with all this that's going on, we're doing 2-hour shows, but you can come and go as your time permits. We got my co-host, Sincere Love the God, at Sincere Love the God across all social media platforms, and also DJ RP Beats across all platforms. You can contact any of us if you're interested in getting down on one of the shows, or if you have a topic that you want to bring to the table. I can't get the word out. We want you to do that, and join us and join the crew for a taping. And that's it for now. Peace out.
Let me plug real quick. Real quick because I got an album on the way with my brother Lou Season called King by Any Means. Akbam, follow us on Instagram at Akbam2020. That's AKBAM 2020 on Instagram. And check out the single streaming right now on YouTube called Black Matter Lives. Black Matter Lives on YouTube. Akbam album coming soon. Y'all check that out.
Did you give them the acronym AKBAM?
Yeah. AKBAM, a king by any means.
Rondell, what you got going
on? I'm in the studio. I'm working. We're working. Me and Cecilia, we're working on the second album right now, the Master Elements album.
That's in the tuck too.
Yeah.
You already know that Sincere Love the God on all streaming platforms, DJ RP Beats on all streaming platforms, Master Elements on all streaming platforms. Check us out. Stay tuned.
Revolution.
Yep. Thank you, Valerie. Good night, everybody.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Night.
Smash the elements. Smash the